What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Kronos. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Isis. His name is Nullus. Game number 2. First game there on a bit of a strange map there. A bit of a strange competitive mega random map to kick things off here, but we're moving into the next one, and we have yet another water map. As always, there is around about a 20% chance to roll a water map. So 2 out of 2, you know, that's kind of fun. It's something that happens as we do see this monument coming up. Will it get up in time? I love that play there from Nullus. I love that play indeed. This is something I haven't seen in a very, very long time. The Oracle comes in with an attempt to deconstruct. That's not going to be coming in because we've got a monument down for Nullus. He's also putting houses around it to protect it. He probably could just put wall segments around there, would be absolutely completely fine, but he's going for that. One big problem for him, though, is his food income here is going to be a little bit off because he's had to build that monument super, super early here. As the priest going to be coming back. But I love that opening there from Nullus as we do see the Oracle checking out the side of the map there. He's got nothing over there. Looks like there's no side water. This is another map here that does spawn with a potential side water, but we'll see how things are going to go. One way to easily, and we don't see this enough, but one way to easily deal with this monument here would have been to send one villager over onto this gold, just mine 10 gold, come back, and then put the wall segments down. It only costs 9 gold to put 3 wall segments up. So he could have skipped all these houses and got the wall segments around that monument, but he just wants to be safe and not sorry there, which I like. I like the idea, but he is going to be advancing late because we'll see if some sort of a build order here for Nullus is going to be able to help him out to keep him going. Another very, very simple way to play around this sort of a deconstruction shenanigans from Kronos is to just build 2 docks early, which is not really any different than normal. And if you do build the 2 docks early, all that matters is, all that changes is that the dock train time takes off your total resources, which will end up being a decent chunk of resources in the end, but for the early game, but you can do that as well. But that being said, I do like this opening. I do like the early monument to the village. It not only protects the dock, but it also protects the towers from deconstruction, which means his home base is going to be nice and safe, but he does have this very, very exposed gold mine here. Now, beyond all of that, it is a really, really nice map here to defend here. I think that the days of Kronos being super broken, overpowered on water, they're still only going to be, it's still only going to really apply to those super open water maps like Mediterranean or Calm Shores, though we didn't really see much success from Kronos on Calm Shores. It is possible for him to win there, but not that much success. So we'll see how things go here. For Kimo, if he can make this work, I'm surprised to see him not veto this. I don't actually know. We're watching the recorded game to see. I don't actually know where the vetoes were used in this series. Obviously, Kimo wouldn't want to use his veto here as Kronos on a water map. Makes some sense, but Nullus here playing Isis on a water map also makes some sense, not wanting to veto here as well. As the dock does come up here. Actually, is it possible? There is a rule in the tournament about wall chipping, and maybe wall chips around the monument would not be allowed, but you could put a box around the thing if you really wanted to. That costs a little bit more gold. I like the house. This is an admirable move here from Nullus. I'm trying to remember my own rules for the tournament, and sometimes you can make things wrong. This is also, just so I go back on, the water maps are 20% chance in competitive mega random to spawn, but on top of the 20% chance that for water maps to spawn, there's another chance inside of that where it chooses between 3 fish and 2 fish. This is a 2 fish spawn, which is again only a 20% chance. This is a very, very rare series we're watching here. For Nullus and Kimo. Kimo already through to Prometheus at the moment here. He's going to be ready to put some pressure on. We do see the priest getting a little bit of damage done here, but not going to be able to stop this citizen from getting that one up. Docks are up on the sides here for the time being. I would love to see a dock over here nice and fast for Nullus. One thing that players like Magic did really, really well with the Egyptian on these sorts of maps was they just spammed docks out onto the shore, and they were really, really brutal about it. There's actually... There's one strategy here for Kronos that I think is incredibly strong. One strategy. I don't know if there's a good counter for for Kimo. Sorry, for Nullus, actually. Just off the top, off now that I'm thinking about it. But invest the first 200 wood, 100 gold into watchtowers. Time shift onto this position here. And now you've controlled this fishing spot and this fishing spot. Do the same thing. Put it over here. Not a whole lot that Nullus could do. He'd have to go for a fast heroic into siege ships to control the water there. With an Ancestor's Eclipse onto this island, because otherwise he just would not get there. But it would be a really, really nice opening for Kimo, as you do see that immediate deconstruction coming down as the Bareems coming through. The fishing ships will have to retreat away, but they will get away as the dock's starting to come out. Anubis is on the way. That will be Plague of Serpents to control some stuff here, as fishing ships dropping into the dock here. Looks like this villager will have to retreat away. One big advantage of the Bareem is their speed here as it gets through here, and it pushes off all of these fishing spots as this fishing ship gets spotted here as well. Kimo going to be going out after that one as Nullus does not bring that back. Going to be losing out on that 20 food there. Nice find for Kimo after all is said and done. But there's the classical age now through for Nullus as the Anubite is out. We do see the Plague of Serpents coming down here. That's going to push those Bareem away as the cabinets all starting to pop out. And the question is, where to next for Kimo? Does he keep putting pressure onto the water? Does he go for the Watchtower time shift play early here? Or what? What's the plan? Meanwhile, we do see the Promethean coming through onto this position. There's a Pharaoh here. This sort of attack really does not a whole lot, especially if you let the Promethean here die next to the Pharaoh. The Terror is going to immediately take those out. Nice play there from Nullus as he's got those cabinets now swinging around looking for someone to take out. And we do see a town center coming up here for Kimo at the moment. I like that play. He had a small advantage. He's going to try and convert that into a town center to give him more of an advantage. But Nullus has now picked off that fishing ship. He's gotten some sort of equality here to kick this game off here after all is said and done. But 22 villages to 10 citizens. Kimo's obviously got that Atlantean economy kicking in as well, so he's going to be very happy with that. As some random Bareems pushing through onto this side here, getting pushed back. I wouldn't mind seeing Nullus using a little bit of gold over here to get this dock up, and potentially also at some point here, villages onto gold with pickaxe, prosperity, grab town centers, call it a day, or go heroic age. Wouldn't be a terrible idea for him. We'll see what he's going to choose as the game continues along, especially when he sees this town center go up. There's also the Trojan Gate hinge on the map with the increase, of wall hit points, as well as the Odin Wand over here with the reduction in temple upgrade costs. Both worth grabbing. A lot of the time we forget how good those relics can be over the course of a game, and we just kind of forget for some reason because it's water. Water is a map that players are just too focused on other things, and the relics kind of become an afterthought. But you can find some good relics on water maps. It's always worth thinking about picking them up, even if I never do so myself. Do as I say, not as I do, is the way that it goes. As the cabinet's going to be retreating back. Fishing ships jumping into this dock over here as well. 16 Bareems out for Kimo. There's a lot of Bareems. I'm a little bit surprised to see this much Bareemage going on. I'm also a little bit surprised here to see maybe like Nullus with the early monument. He probably could have gotten out like 2 or 3 Anubites and be harassing Kimo's base quite severely here to kick this game off. As we do see the cabinets coming through here. This is not a fight you're going to want to take. I need 2 docks there for Kimo, and Nullus going to have to retreat back here for the time being. As I'm sure he's going to be wanting a town center at this point. Town center over here for Nullus. You can grab that at any point here in this game. He doesn't necessarily need to be spamming out these cabinets. In fact, he's got a lot of villages on wood. He's got 16 villages on wood at the moment as the Pharaoh comes over onto the gold mine, obviously wanting a town center here. And prosperity does end up coming down, which does probably mean that indicates a town center to me most of the time. There is a world where Nullus is using that to get the 500 gold to get to the heroic age, but we've given this many cabinets here, there's only a very few amount of things that he can actually do here at the moment. As the Bareem's looking for some raids down onto this position, will be able to spot a fishing ship there, taking that one out. He does manage to snipe that as it falls there. And Kimo going to be retreating back to his main base there as the cabinet's coming through. It looks like good micro there from Nullus, pulling back both players with good micro. But this cabinet going to be chasing up the back there. Nice snipe with these ships. How close as these fights going to be. Kimo's up 20 population at the moment. He's got 15 villages here. Whether or not he can actually afford both of those town centers in succession there, like consistently, remains to be seen, but it looks like he's doing decently at the moment. At the moment, we do see 10 cabinets to 12 to 14 bareems. A little bit of an advantage there for, I would probably say, Kimo most of the time here, just because he's got more numbers, but 8 to 12, it's still really, really close. Lots of really low HP cabinets here. If Nullus focus fires those low HP cabinets down, these numbers would be much more in his favor, but he's not going after those low HP ships as best as he can, and I think Kimo gets away with it here, winning that fight as Nullus retreating back. Away from that one with his tail between his legs, and Kimo gets away with a fairly nasty win there on that water. Like, still alive with these boats. Unfortunately for him, he's not going to be able to heal these three up. They might die really quickly. They might not. All depends on positioning and the angle at which Nullus attacks and focuses. So we do see an Oracle scouting out this position. Town center over here going to be going the wayside of Nullus very, very quickly. He's also got 500 gold in the bank to get this town center over here up as well. Going for a double town center grab straight away does kind of leave yourself open to some gold star potential from Kimo. He's got to be having in the back of his head, Prosperity got cast. 10 minutes is up. That home gold mine's got to be looking like it's expiring if he wants to transition onto the land here. Probably can. There's plenty of hunt here. Lots and lots of boars. So he can start spamming units out if he wants. He's probably going to have a ton of favor in the bank. Got 71 favor in the bank for Prometheans to maybe push through a town center. That's possible as well. As the Nullus cabinets still coming out here. We actually see alluvial clay coming for Kimo. He's getting a third town center as well. So alluvial clay coming out. So he's definitely considering spamming Prometheans here. It's a pretty rare game where I'm going to say this, but double temple to spam those Prometheans out as fast as he possibly can. Not a terrible idea. Especially if he wants to like time shift the temple up here and go for a big push through here to try and get this gold staff started onto Nullus, as the bareems here look like good micro there from Nullus, pulling the Kimo bareems away. Kimo not paying attention on that one, going to be losing all of those bareems, and now Nullus gets control of the water. He's going to be very, very happy about that one. He's got control of his gold mine for the time being, but no units out does mean Kimo can make this transition happen. Plus, Kimo's been on 2 town centers first. We do see a temple getting time shifted onto this position for Kimo, so he is planning something here in the classical age. You'd have to expect. Has he invested in hunting dogs is the big question. Yes, he does. He's got the hunting dogs. We see the villagers coming over here, checking out the hunt here as well. Sees a gold mine. I'd love to see some walls getting thrown up here for Nullus. Securing this gold mine as well is going to be a really, really big assistance in keeping him alive in this game. Is this town center going to be going up? We do have an Oracle hero over here. Unfortunately for Kimo, no time shift onto this position just yet. So nothing here to kind of try and deny the town center. Is one villager going to come over here? The villager loses this fight. 120 HP, 7.2 damage per second. This is 8 damage per second. The Oracle is always going to be coming out ahead, as we do see the villagers coming over here, going to do a bit of a shanky shank and try and win this fight. As this villager gets away for the time being. It's a little bit more micro here from Nullus. Nope, doesn't feel like it. Oracle goes down. Town center goes up. No problems there. A new bite still causing some problems here for Kimo, but unfortunately there does get sniped down as Nullus continues to get himself the villagers out. Going to be getting himself the town center. Barracks coming down in this position. Beautiful amount of boars here. Does he have himself hunting dogs yet either? No. No hunting dogs. I mean, hunting dogs is never a technology that is too late to get. You know, sometimes you play a game, and I see this from Aranos players all the time, Atlantean players to boot, no hunt in the main base, so no hunting dogs, and then they go out onto the second, they go for like a 355 advance time. Later in the game, they go out of their base to grab the hunt, no hunting dogs comes in, and you're just like, man, there's like 3,000 food there to eat. You should get hunting dogs. It's going to pay itself off in spades. But yeah, and we are seeing it coming through here for Nullus. So he's well switched on at the moment as the units starting to come in onto this position. No priest out here, no barracks down. This is a big attack here for Kimo as Nullus here is producing villagers running into the middle of nowhere. His units are on the wrong side. Axeman's starting to come out. Fair not on the right place there. Do we see any priests coming out here for Nullus? Not just yet. I don't think he's kind of realized exactly what's coming for him. Alluvial Clay Promethean here as well. What does Alluvial Clay do, you ask? It's a Promethean unit upgrade. Doesn't cause any name change, doesn't cause any graphics change either, unless you've got special mods on, but it does give some extra bonus HP onto those Prometheans so they survive a little bit longer. As another barracks coming down, and it does look like Kimo, in the end of it, will be able to push through this position. Nullus is full population, though. He's got a lot of cabinets that he doesn't really need, though. He's got a lot of fishing ships out. It looks like he's fished out the entire side of the map. I wouldn't mind seeing a dock here as well, though, for Nullus to go up, as Kimo going to be pulling back. He's going through Rhea. Nullus also looking like he wants to go to the next age. Does he have himself Shaft Mine just yet? No Shaft Mine. People can forget this. If you're not an Egyptian main, you can kind of not realize exactly how good this upgrade is, but Shaft Mine gives yourself around about an effective boat boost of about 20% gold gather rate, which is maybe even more than that. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly. It's really, really good. As the Pharaoh Priest coming through here, going to try and take out some of these units on this position. You've got to micro those heroes onto the Promethean there. As the Terma flip it around, we see the Citizen popping through here, as well as the Town Center going to be coming up. Some of those cabinets getting taken out on that position there as well. As the Priest's going to be taking out the Prometheans and seeing what's going to happen here. Slinger's going to come through and attempt to take out the Terma as well. More Priests coming in onto this position, as the Axemen will be able to deal with those Murmillo really, really easily, but you still got to clean up all the Terma on the back rear on this position as well. Kimo going to be able to immediately drop down a palace here, which is exactly what he's going for. The order of operations here for Kimo is incredibly smooth thus far in this game. He's also going to be going for the Mythic Age super soon here, like a super clean Mythic Age with an implode timing is going to be absolutely brutal for Nullus. Nullus is going to need to put a monument up here or something, as he's still struggling to get himself that gold he needs to advance to the next stage. All these priests coming out as he's trying to deal with all of the myth units coming through have been a big problem for him, as the Behemoth coming in. Lots of peers coming in. Those priests and Pharaoh, while they do get a bonus against him, they're still kind of struggling where that's concerned. As Nephthys now clicked up, we'll give him Ancestors, we'll give him some assistance here to push back, but I'm sure Kimo there clicked up to the Mythic Age, right? He spent all those resources on something. No, he's going for Contarius at this point. Heavy Contarius plus Contarius spam plus Town Center coming up. We'll see if this is going to be enough here for Nullus to hold, as Kimo's Onslaught of Kronos pushing forward. Still no usage of the time shift. I'd love to see him like trying to get some buildings in all over the place with his extra economy that he's got here playing as Atlantean. You always want to get in and attack stuff. Imagine like some buildings getting time shifted in onto this location while all the attacking is going on, and then suddenly a palace is there, suddenly a whole bunch of units show up. All that kind of options, all those kind of options are really, really good for Kronos, but Kimo seems to be doing just fine without it, as the Behemoth going to take down a couple of docks over here. Town Center is still going to come up. Nullus can make a comeback. You can always make a comeback against Atlanteans downtown centers, but we'll see if it's going to happen. I mean, especially holding on to these docks here, because this dock is in, or this town center is in range of Battleship Fire, plus this one as well is in range. So that's going to be a possibility as well, as we do see the Ancestors getting dropped down in an attempt to delay this town center. There's also going to be a trader available shortly. There is a trader, so he can steal that Scorpion Man away, but Kimo holding onto that for the time being, maybe wanting to use it on the Navy or something. I'm not 100% sure just yet. Cladding coming through for Kimo, as he knows exactly what his problem, he knows exactly what the problem is going to be facing. There's that trader onto this Scorpion Man, as he does realize there's a Migdol Stronghold coming up as well for Nullus. Plenty of resources in the bank. He's got nearly 100 population worth of economy here. And that means he's only got 36 population worth of military, which really is not a lot. Whereas Kimo, on the other hand here, he's got close to 90 population worth of civilian units, but he's got 60 population after that. That's a huge difference there. As Atlas is now clicked up, Osiris is clicked up as well. Behemoth sneaking in onto this position. No priests, no Pharaoh here to defend this one, as the Migdol Stronghold will end up getting taken down. Town Center comes up there for Kimo. As the Slingers retreating back, we do see the Behemoths getting cleaned up on this position as the towers are coming down here. More units swinging through here as well. And can Nullus somehow make this defense work, as the villagers have to evacuate here, though, to be honest, a couple of deaths would not be the worst there for those villagers. As you see onto this position, Kimo trying to push through. There's one gold mine left here. However, with a gold mine back on this position, Nullus has still got a little bit of breathing room in this game, but he's got to get so much value out of this Pharaoh, and with an implode coming as well, who knows if he's going to be able to make that work. The big thing that does change here, the Osiris versus the Pharaoh, is that the Osiris becomes a hack damage dealing unit, which means those Behemoth, they're going to get a lot more damage dealt onto them moving forward here, as the Migdol Stronghold, 2000 HP, will come up here. 134, 136, no resources left in the bank as fortified town centers coming through. All the barracks getting taken out here. Those at this moment, you kind of build spearmen, elephants. I'm not even sure what you want to be building here. Contarius, destroyers, Murmilla, everything's coming through for Kimo. He's spread his army out in a nice way with the Contarius destroyers. Try and break through as the villagers push through. Kimo pulling into this position, going to be diving into that town center there. We do see the Mythic Age through for Nullus as the Mummy is in. Is there going to be a trader available? No, but the Mummy does hit the Behemoth, taking that one out. The unit's going to be pulling back. Do we see Arish? Not Ariship cladding, but naval auxiliaries coming through. Not just yet. Heavy Bareem's going to be taking out some fishing ships here as well. Good. This is really, really good awareness from Kimo with those archer ships to hold on to that shoreline and be prepared for this town. Another way to do it is to get the palace onto this position and be having some sort of fire ships or fire siphons, I should say. Fire ships, fire siphons ready. Another little known fact is the Cairo Ballista actually gets bonus damage against ships as well. It's not a huge amount. What is it? 200% bonus damage. But it does get that bonus damage as well and shoots quite a few arrows there as the implode drops down onto this position. The question is, which way does the Son of Osiris get sent here? Ladies and gentlemen, he's trying to retreat away, but you can't get away. Surely the Son of Osiris gets pulled in here. Surely he gets pulled in. Nope. Yep, he gets pulled in. There he goes. Down a little bit of HP after all is said and done, but down to 406. But it depends on which way he gets sent, and he kind of gets sent out into the middle of nowhere, trying to retreat away. Can he get back here? Bit of a misclick there as the Contarius coming through to get that damage done. With a siege tower coming in, he can dive into that one for some shelter there. Still no ballista ships coming through, no siege ships coming through, no upgrades where that's concerned. As the Naga's getting a little bit of damage done over there, as well as the Son of Osiris coming over to try and deal with this as well. One fire siphon down, one Argus down as well. As the siege tower sneaking through, flood control in for coming through for Kimo to improve his economy up to the final tier there. He is missing Bowsaw, but it's not like he needs it with 2k wood in the bank there. Nullus still trying to hold on at this point. I mean, killing off a Kronos town center. I mean, it's possible. We'll see how things are going to go as the villagers finish up on this gold mine. We do have a little bit of trade started as well for Nullus, as these Bareems still coming around, and in that moment, Nullus does end up tapping out as he's not able to hold on against the wrath of Kimo's economy here in this game. Even though we won the water in the end here, economically speaking, it didn't matter all that much. Nullus is still considerably far behind in this fight, just based on the fact that Kimo went for that earlier town, and it was a really, really nice idea on this map. And I do think that this specific map might have its own issues with it, in that getting a tower onto this position here, or getting a tower onto this position here, really cuts down any sort of movement through the passage of water here. But we don't normally see on maps like Mediterranean. And why don't we see it on maps like Mediterranean? Because the ship can normally stay out of range of that water. But imagine if you get the tower over here, it probably hits the majority of this water, and sneaking through without losing a handful of ships, it's going to be really, really tough, especially if you get crenellations as well. But we didn't see this in this game. That thought process not yet coming in, but we'll see if that is a thing, and maybe the players have tested it out and it doesn't work. That's probably more the case. But good win here for Kimo as he's up 2-0 very, very quickly in this best of 5 series. So far, so good for Kimo. We'll see if Nullus can find a win in the next game and keep himself chugging along here. But so far, Kimo's been putting up a very, very strong performance. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.